Alrighty, Brittany is back trying snacks. Today we are going to try Lillie's Pimento Cheese Kettle Cooked Chips. I don't know anything about this brand. The bag says, so these are from somewhere in the Carolinas. True Southern style barbecue mastery takes a commitment to craft, an unshakable love of natural ingredients, and the courage to do things your own way. For us, it's Lillie's way. Back home in Greenville, South Carolina, Grandma Lillie taught Charlie the art of using authentic, regionally inspired Southern flavors to serve up tastes and traditions all their own. Ever since Charlie first opened Lily's Q in Chicago in 2010, we've aimed to do the same, one meticulously crafted recipe at a time. Our small batch kettle cooked chip recipes are created to reflect Charlie's Southern roots and packaged by our good friends Great Lakes Potato Chip Company in northern Michigan. Okay, so Lillie was from Greenville, South Carolina, but Charlie has a barbecue restaurant in Chicago. That explains why they're distributed from Chicago. But then it also says, ingest daily, try our kettle cooked chips in Carolina dirt, hot pepper vinegar, sea salt and black pepper, buttermilk, sweet onion, and original. And look for Lillie Q's sauces in stores as well. Well, I chose pimento cheese because I don't know that I've ever seen a chip that is in pimento cheese flavor. Pimento cheese is one of those things that I thought, I don't know, it seems like, I guess I don't fully know what pimento cheese is. I know it's cheese that has pimentos in it. But when I was a kid, you could get pimento cheese sandwiches like from like the grocery store. They had pimento cheese in like tubs. And I thought it was disgusting. Did not like it at all. Then as an adult, I went to a couple of different restaurants that made pimento cheese, and I just got it because I like to try things, and I love it. So, but I have had grocery store pimento cheese since then, still hate it. So I am not sure exactly. It seems like it can be made with different kinds of cheese, and then you have kind of a like sauce that binds it all together that is orange, that is made from like chopped up pimentos and maybe from the liquid that they keep them in. I don't know. It's a mystery to me, but I know it can be really good and delightful. Pimentos are like little peppers that don't have, like when they're in olives, I just don't even really notice them. I don't know that they have a ton of taste, but pimento cheese can be delightful. This says pimento cheese kettle chips turn a Southern staple into a snack anyone can get behind. Why number 34? Visit our restaurants or Lily's Q for the full story. Hint, there's some major flavor here. Oh, number 34. I don't know if you can see that. Alrighty, I'm gonna try these out. Sometimes I don't like kettle chips because they're too thick and they hurt my mouth. It is an interesting looking chip. It seems to be like a cross between what I think of as a traditional potato chip and a kettle chip, in that it is not nearly as hard as a kettle chip often is. It seems a little almost airified, like potato chips are sometimes, more traditional potato chips. And then you've got some like dark bits of color on here, and I don't know if that is with how they're cooked or if that is just the pimento flavor on the outside. Let's take it, let's find out. So they are that kettle, very crunchy, like so crunchy. Really surprised me from how they look. It is different from other kettle chips that I've had in that they have these like bubbles on them. But each of those surfaces is really hard. It's a very satisfying crunch. So the flavor itself is very cheesy. I don't know. Like it's cheesy. It doesn't really taste different to me. Like to make it a pimento cheese as opposed to just cheesy. There is a little bit of something besides just the cheese flavor. Barbecue flavor. It's not sweet at all. Like there's no like sugar or honey taste to it. It's just kind of cheese. There's a slight bit of heat. So I think that's what it is. Let's look at the ingredients. Potatoes, sunflower and or canola oil, cheese powder, which is cheddar cheese, milk, salt, cheese, enzymes, whey, buttermilk, salt, paprika, and other spices. It's the paprika. Because paprika is usually smoked. I bet that this is smoked paprika. It doesn't say that. But you can taste a slight smoky flavor, but it really is just like cheese powder tasting. And then you've got this really crunchy fresh chip. I like them. They're very good. But a little less like tangy than I thought that they might be. There's not a lot of tang there. With the buttermilk, yeah. I mean, there's no like garlic or onion. I think that would be good. I think that would make them even better if there was like some garlic or onion in there, maybe both, to make it more like ranchy cheese. I know that's not what it says that it is. It says that it's pimento cheese. And I guess you get the pimento by having the cheese with the paprika. Since the paprika is made from peppers, you get that flavor of the pimento in there. And that is accomplished because you can tell that it's more than just cheese, that there's something else. It's a kind of a smoky, peppery flavor, but it is very light. It is just on the fringes of the rest of that cheese flavor, which is like cheese. And then I really like how crunchy they are, but I do feel like I have to be a little careful with them because they are so crunchy, they could rip up the inside of your mouth. So I take small bites and chew it well so that I'm not like cutting my gums or my palate. And maybe that's just something unique to me. I don't really care for croutons. I don't really like bruschetta because of how sharp it is. It sometimes cuts my mouth, and I don't like having sores in my mouth. So these are good. Pimento cheese, Lily's potato chips. I would definitely try others flavors that they have, just in that I think you took something that could have been kind of boring and added a little pizzazz to it. A flavor that people know that I think actually has translated to these chips pretty well. I cannot emphasize enough how crunchy these are. They're so crunchy. It is nice to have that potato flavor and then have cheesiness like you would have with like a Cheetos or a Dorito. Normally the cheese comes on something that's made of corn. So having cheese on something that's made of potato, I really like that because like I love twice baked potatoes. That's what these remind me of. They remind me of twice baked potatoes. Probably more so than pimento cheese. Anyway, it's really good. It just, I'm not sure I understand why I guess I get it because it's cheddar with paprika. I think where I'm struggling with this being pimento cheese is that pimento cheese, like half of the experience of pimento cheese is the texture of it. And so removing the texture is just like, it's just cheese. I know that sounds really weird. And like I'm being nitpicky. I do like these. I would recommend buying them. There's just something about them being called pimento cheese flavor. I feel like they would be better as twice baked potato flavor. So I would give these, they're really good. So Lily's pimento cheese kettle chips, I would give them a 9 out of 10. Just because there are things I could think of that could be better. Not much though. They taste really good. I have been kicking it out of the park these days with my choices. I am liking everything. I guess that's not fully true, but right now it feels like it's true because I love these chips. They're so good. I can't give them a 10 because I have to eat them carefully. I think they could hurt me. And because I'm not sure that I think that the title of them is perfect for what they are. But otherwise, they're super good. I would recommend them. If you see them anywhere, buy them. They are delicious.